Hello, scrappy friends. Welcome to my video and welcome to another edition of Keeping It Simple. Actually, this is our 6th round of doing it, and in these videos I like to show quick and easy ways to get our page laid out, get our pictures on, and then do some simple embellishing. My objective with this series is to just get those pages done, and so I'm hoping that you're following along. I get a lot of positive feedback from doing this series, so I'm hoping that you're enjoying it. So this is our second video of using blocks and strips to create the simple background for our layout. So let's look at what I have today. Today I'm going to do a fall page, and so I'm going to use the brand new Autumn Harvest that has this beautiful blue in it, as well as traditional autumn colors as well. I have 2 blocks, and I'll go over all the measurements, and then I have 2 different size of strips that I'm going to use. So let me put these aside and we'll go ahead and get started. So the blue blocks that I have today, this big one is a 7 by 8.5 inch. So it's 8.5 inches long by 7 inches wide. I'm going to kind of position it about 2 inches down from the top. And then on the right hand side, I'm going to put this other blue square, and this is a 5 by 7. So I kept the height the same, but I made it a shorter width. Those are the blocks that we're going to use, and now let's bring in the strips. Since I'm doing a 2-page layout, I have 1 for each side, and I'm going to start with this 4.5 inch strip. Now, we were talking in the last video how this is a very common strip size when we want to mount photos, but today I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to tuck this one right in here behind the blue block. And I'm going to play with the height a little bit, but for now I'm going to bring it down about 1 inch from the top. And I'll go ahead and repeat that over here. Same size strip, 4.5 by 12 inches. And then I'm going to bring in these 2-inch strips. So it's 2 inches wide by 12 inches. And with this one, I'm actually going to do a little bit of layering, and I'm going to layer it right on top of the orange piece. A little bit exposed of the orange, not too much. Let's bring that up to about maybe a 1/4 inch showing through. And same with this. Okay, and there we go. That's going to be our simple background for this layout. So let me bring in my photos and I'll show you my photo placement. For this layout, I needed 3 vertical photos, and that's just what I happen to have here. And these are really old pictures of my daughter at the pumpkin patch, her first visit to a pumpkin patch. And of course, yes, I am one of those moms who dressed her daughter in a pumpkin outfit to go to the pumpkin patch. So this is about as fall as we get in California. We don't have a lot of fall exposure, so the pumpkin patch is like a huge deal for us. So I'm going to put these, and I'm going to slide them all the way up to the edge, because this time I do want my blue strip to look like it's running right on through to the second page. Okay, and then this photo I'm going to put right here, and they'll be all lined up just like that. This is why I went with the blue, because there's a lot of orange going on in these photos. You know, the pumpkin patch, my daughter's dressed in orange, and so I went with the blue to kind of bring out the blue skies that we were having that day. And then I did want to get some smaller photos on here, so I thought I would going to use some 4 by 4 inch photos, but I actually ended up trimming these down because I want to be able to map them. So I cut these down to 3.5 inches instead. So I'm going to put one at an angle right over here, and then the other 2 I'm going to bring at an angle somewhere right over here, and probably have them going up, something like that, so it kind of looks like it's falling off of the layout. Okay, and there we go, 6 photos. There's a lot of room on this particular layout. If you wanted to add some more photos, you wouldn't have to crop them. You can leave them full size. You can make them straight. There's a lot of options. This layout has a lot of options for photo placement as well as pattern paper. You could make this bigger and wider if you wanted to cover up a lot more of this white space. And you could, of course, make this strip and this strip wider as well. But I'm going to decorate down here by bringing in some layers and some border punch outs. I'm going to probably cover up some more of the white down here as we go along. Like I said, I did want to matte those. So for that, I'm going to bring in some dark brown. This is just some dark brown from my stash. It's actually a little bit of embossed, so I thought that would be fun to kind of give a little bit of texture to it. And yep, I think that helps a lot to pop those right out and give me a little bit more color on my layout as well. And it's already starting to fill in some of the white space down here at the bottom. Okay, so next, I would like to bring in some layering, and for this one I'll bring in this banner punch. It's decorative arches. Let's see if I can get that in view here. There we go. It's a beautiful one. It's one of my favorites. So let me push this up. So unfortunately this punch is no longer available, but any banner punch would do here. This one I just think adds a little bit more detail. So I'm just going to do one strip, and I'm going to bring in this brown wood grain paper that I used up here at the top. This one is an edge punch, so I do need to trim it off. And I'm going to do about 1 1/4, so I have a little bit paper hanging off the end for tucking. And my idea is to tuck it right underneath the blue. On this side, I'll trim it right there. Let's go ahead and pull this back down. This banner is just to kind of extend my layout down a little bit. I do love that brown, so now I have it basically in 3 areas. And also when we were at the pumpkin patch, you can see here there's a lot of banners and things flying in the air. So that's why I wanted to include a banner somewhere on this layout. I would like to bring up something right here, so I'm going to take a look at this border stickers that came with this collection. I'm really leaning toward these leaves, and what I'm going to do is probably run it across the top here and then extend it over there. But before I do that, I want to pause the video for a moment, get everything so far adhered down, and I'll be right back. There we go. Everything is adhered down like we talked about. So far, I'm really loving it. But the one thing that I wish is right here where the border sticker didn't go all the way to the end. I wish I had started this way and then worked my way that way, because I could have easily covered this with an embellishment over here. So, but it's not too bad. I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to stress about it. It is what it is, right? I'm not sure if I'm going to put any extra embellishments up here, but let's go ahead and jump right into the embellishing and find out. First thing before I start to embellish is I'd like to ask you, if you're enjoying this series too, please click that like button. I really would appreciate it. You all know it helps spread my content, and more scrappy people could find us if we do that. So thank you very much. But before I do actually get to the embellishing, I want to bring in a journaling spot and my title. So for my journaling spot, I pulled this from the embellishments that came with the Autumn Harvest collection. It has a little bit of gold on it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I want to tuck it right in here somewhere, because I want to cover up all of that, as much of this area as I can, because I don't really like how that is coming out so far. So I want to just tuck it in. Actually, what I'm going to do is probably just lay it over the top like that, so that I'm not covering up too much of the photos, but yet it can all still shine through. Maybe I'll turn it just a little bit. Yeah, that's such a beautiful area, and I don't need a whole lot. And then I have this for my title. I printed this off of my Cricut. It says cutest pumpkin in the patch. So of course I'm talking about my daughter, because this is her first trip to the pumpkin patch. So I kind of want to place this right around here somewhere. That is so different for me. Usually I'm liking it up in this corner, but I thought I would go outside my box a little and put it right down here. So up here, instead of my title, I would like to bring in, there's just some really beautiful embellishments with this pack. So I thought I would bring in some leaves and tuck it, kind of use it as my base, and bring in some pumpkins. So I'm scooting it over. See, this is why I wish I had trimmed it and put it over here first. But so as I was putting this down, I was rubbing it really hard, and then I tried to lift it off to move it over here a little bit, and yeah, it wasn't having it. So I'm gonna deal with it. And so let's see, let's put the pumpkins kind of like this. Down here, I'm thinking that I would like to maybe bring in some of these blue leaves that were in the collection. Maybe I'm gonna turn it the other way because I have a lot of blue right here. So maybe have it coming out this way and rest my title right on top of that. And maybe bring in another pumpkin. Let's see, we'll put it right here on top of the blue leaves. And I'll probably pop this up onto some foam and it will go just like that. Yeah, very cute. Very cute. Let's turn that. And then I have this little area right here that I'd like to put some embellishments in. So I'm bringing in some more leaves from the collection kit. These also have a little bit of gold on them. And that this pumpkin did too down here. So I'm kind of trying to bring in that gold. Here is a yellow leaf. Let's see here. I don't want to layer them. And then put the pumpkin. And let's go ahead and put this up onto some foam. There we go. I wanted to spread those out a little bit, but I wanted to make sure I'm getting pumpkins all around. And let's see, in that case, let's see what we have here. We have another blue pumpkin. This way it's just giving me some more blue, so I will probably do it like that. Yeah, that's super cute. So looking at this, I think what I want to do is I do want to bring in some little sparkle of gold up in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to exchange this leaf with those two leaves up here. Yep, I love that. And then bring this one down here and put the pumpkins on top to look something like that. I'll rearrange it a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that a lot better. I'm going to play with the little placement of the yellow leaf right there before I commit, and before I adhere it down. But I like that I have a little bit of sparkle, so I wanted to make sure I bring some in over there as well. And now what I'd like to do is bring in some green, because I have a little bit of green on this title that I cut out on my Cricut, and I just want to kind of splash a little bit more green around as well. So I'm going to bring in my leaf box. You've probably seen me use this before. I just keep all kinds of leaves in here just for this kind of thing where I just want to tuck in a few leaves. I have some stickers and mostly green, but there are some brown. And when I have a little piece of scrap, I punch it and put it in this box, and hopefully someday it'll get used. So I picked this up. I really love this one. This one looks like it maybe even came from a fall box. So I think I'm going to tuck this one down here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'll have it coming out from the side like that. Let's see what else I have in here. I like the little pokey one. Let's see if I have any other of these. I'm thinking maybe a little green one coming out right under the blue is nice. Here's one. Maybe I can do two. And it kind of tones down that blue just a little bit. There we go. Oh, here's some more green. I like that green. Any of these greens. Actually, any of these greens would work. So let's see. I think if I could, this one looks like that came from the same set. So maybe I could tuck, let's see, tuck it in. Yeah, just like that. That looks really good. Yeah, that way I kind of brought some green throughout the whole area. And then the last thing I want to bring in is this cute little owl. So I made this using the new owl punch out. If you haven't seen this, it's more like a paper piecing punch, and it creates a little owl. You can change up their wing colors, their eyes, their beaks, and I made a few of them and I have them laying here, so I thought, why not? I think I'm going to bring it right up here. Since this is, you know, a child page, I thought a little critter would be super cute right up there. And the color scheme matches perfectly with what I have here. So let me pause the camera here. I'll get everything adhered down and I'll be back to show you the finished layout and decide if we want to add any finishing touches. Okay? Hold on. Everything is now adhered down the way we left it, and I got all my leaves arranged the way I like it. So I thought, let's come back and do some finishing touches. So I looked at the sticker sheets that came with this collection, and there are cute little hearts and things, but the words I don't think really apply. They're more fall related and super cute, but not really what I was looking for. And some of these are cute. I like the little blue heart. I thought I would just bring a little heart up here. There we go. That's cute. What else? Let's see. So then I went into my stash and I got the sticker sheet I had left over from the Golden Harvest collection, and I liked this one here that says Pumpkin Patch Open Daily. It's on a little piece of wood grain, it looks like. So I think this is going to be so cute right up here. I'm going to pop this up onto some foam, and it will go right here. I think that's perfect. Points right into our layout. And then I think I'm going to look and see if I have any gems that I want to add. These colors would match. And let's see, I have a few here that would match. So let's look. These are some brown, like darker brown, and some orange, some green. These look a little too bright. Any of these greens would work as well, or the browns. I think I'm going to go with this orange right here. Let me get my multi-purpose tool, and let's see, I think I want one right there for sure. And one right over here. I'm just going to sprinkle them around. There's 4. And maybe one right up here. Yeah, like that. One more. Let's see if we can get it on. And I think I'll put it right up here. There we go. And that's the finished layout. I love it. It was super quick, super easy. I hope that you are playing along. And if you haven't seen the first video in this 6th series of Keeping It Simple, I will put it right here, as well as the whole entire playlist right up there for you. So thank you for joining me, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.